If you've watched the last episode, you would know that it was vital that we sold this man to Aston Villa for 3 million. And potentially this would allow us to sign a world-class centre-back in time for the round 16 of the Champions League that we actually managed to make. And I was sitting here being super excited, biting my nails, worrying about the fact that maybe it's not going to come in time. What's going to happen? Are we going to miss him? Are we going to do something crazy? And the board, they've decided to give me 26.5 million at the end of the transfer window. They're insane, but I'm not going to complain because this means I am going to do one thing and one thing only. I am going to visit Bournemouth, say, "Hi guys, how are you doing?" Click transfer, click buy now, and pay a 7.5 million fee for Ilya Zabarny. It was 7 million last time I saw it. But I'm going to click yes. And I am going to celebrate because this man is now a Partizan boy. And this means that we've signed Zabarny a whopping 2 days before we have to register players for the Champions League. We have a world-class back three, and we're going to be taking on the massive sides for you today. Who is it? Well, as you can see, I don't know yet, but I will tell you when I find out. Let's go! And that time is now. We are ready to find out which team we're going to be facing in the round of 16. Even the fans have no idea who they want us to get because most likely it's the best teams in Europe and we're somehow with them. So let us start this absolutely beautiful draw. Who is hosting it? Sergio Ramos is hosting it. And the teams that are here are AC Milan, Feyenoord, Ajax, Inter, Atalanta, Juventus, Salzburg, and Tottenham. So I think we're going to get one of these teams. And if you don't remember, the seeded teams are Barcelona, City, Chelsea, PSG, Bayern, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and the biggest team of all of them, Partizan, the best bloody team there is. So let us start the draw. So first of all, Inter will be playing FC Bayern, a very exciting team. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very nice match to watch. Okay, we got Salzburg versus Paris Saint-Germain. It would have been very nice for me to get Salzburg, but you know, so far so good. There's still Juventus, that's the big team, but remember, we beat them. So far, every single team is beatable. AC Milan versus... Guys, we're playing AC Milan today. Do I run the intro for the second time? How does this work? I don't know, but yeah, we're playing AC Milan again. And to save us some time, here are the rest 5 matchups that we have. Feyenoord versus Chelsea, Ajax versus Real Madrid, Tottenham versus Liverpool, Juventus Barcelona, and Atalanta versus City. To be fair, this seems like quite very interesting draws. There's a lot of interesting draws. Obviously, Real Madrid is going to get an easy draw. That's how it works usually. And Juventus Barcelona seems like an awesome game. And Tottenham is unlucky to get Liverpool. Are we unlucky to get AC Milan? Kinda. I mean, we could have gotten Feyenoord, we could have gotten Ajax, could have gotten Atalanta. But at the same time, maybe this is the best team that we could have gotten. I mean, at the same time, how good is Italy? I mean, in the Italian Super League right now, actually, it's better than we missed Inter, and it's better than we missed Juventus because AC Milan is in 10th place. We could be lucky. So this means that we're taking on AC Milan first away at San Siro. Look at that. They still haven't got rid of the stadium. And then the second game will be at home against, you know, AC Milan. That's how it works. That's how double-legged games work. So I'm going to play this game against India off camera, and then I'll see you in the game against AC Milan. Twice. So the game against India went very, very well. We've managed to smash them 7-1 with goals from Tim, Mattia, Estevao, Antic, Gilson, and Juan David Vivieros. And as you can see in the bottom left, we have a new shape that I'm trying to work out. And this shape was caused by, well, you know, a lot of very unhappy players. And that's because literally every single striker that is on my team wants to play all the games. We have Juan David Vivieros wanting game time, Saldani wanting game time, Popovic wanting game time, and I think it was Milovanovic at some point as well. So it's kind of stupid. Lots of players want to play. We have not enough space. And that's why I'm playing with 2 players up front. I don't know if it's going to be the smartest idea. I think it's probably going to be the best for us because only Saldania could perform on the wing. No one else could. So it's going to be tough because we have Moyanta, we have Saldania to slot in, but we also have very good midfielders. So I guess we're going to have to figure out what the hell we're going to do. But for this episode, this is going to be the starting lineup, at least for today. We're going to be having Hudikov in goal. We have Ait Nouri, Milinkovic, Zabarny, and Martinelli in the back 4. We move back to a back 4. Exciting. We're going to have Tim as a defensive midfielder, Stamenic, Villagra, and Deans in the midfield with Stamenic and Deans as the Mizalas. Although, maybe thinking maybe it's a good shout for me to play Villagra as a Mezzala, although his crossing and dribbling isn't as good, and Stamenic is kind of equal. I'm not really sure. I think I'll keep it the way it is. And up front, we're going to have Milovanovic and Popovic. So we'll see if this tactic works. In terms of everything else, if you're interested, we're going to be playing high tempo because I think it suits us. We have good players with good passing and technique, so we need to use that. We're going to be overlapping the hell out of it. We're going to be using the width of our plays because we want to have Mezzala players in here. Obviously, our wingbacks will overlap, pass into space because we have pace of Milovanovic. In terms of transition, there is nothing special here. Yeah, nothing exciting here. And I guess out of position as well. You know, we're going to play a high line, get stuck in, step up more, yada, yada, yada. So what can I say about the squad that you guys don't already know? Well, I mean, the only thing we can say is that we've actually sold one extra player since you last saw me. And that was the sale of Darko Jankovic, who we sold for 6.5 million. Yeah, he's gone. I just got a good offer for him. And I think he's going to develop into a great player at Salzburg. And knowing Salzburg, they'll sell him on, and I think we have a 35% clause there as well. Does he have a release clause here? He doesn't, so, you know, sky's the limit for him. I think he's a good player, but at the same time, he's 20 years old. We have so many options, and, you know, he's good. But 6.5 million, I think, is more than enough for him, especially considering that we're going to get 35%. Right. We're ready to test yet again another tactic in the Champions League. We toss things up like this. We keep mixing things up. We keep trying to improve. We keep trying to tweak, and that is the Spaceman way. I am called the Tinkerman, and hopefully I will win more things than Ranieri, despite the fact that Ranieri is a bloody legend. Anyways, let's jump into the game. We're taking on AC Milan, who's in a bad run of form, and we are in a very good run of form with a very new tactic. I hope it's good. Okay, have they changed at all? I mean, not really. Okafor is still there. Leao, Pulisic, Kalulu, Hernandez. They have Eder Militao, though. Okay, that's kind of wild. Last year he played for Real Madrid. Now he plays for Milan. Okay. Kalulu and Eder Militao on the right-hand side will be tough, but Milovanovic should be faster than both of them. And the fact that we have two strikers now will hopefully mean that we can do something creative up front. We're playing at San Siro once again. We're playing Milan once again. Hopefully, we'll beat them again and we progress to the semi-finals twice in 2 years. That'll be impressive. We do have a corner straight away as Martinelli puts in a nice cross, he says, as Theo picks it up. And Deans volleys it to Martinelli. Can he put in a nice cross in? He can. And almost Maignan makes a similar mistake to what he did last time, where he lost some concentration, which led to a goal. I don't remember if it was in the knockout stages or if it was in the group stages ages ago. But at the same time, it happened. And you will remember it because you've been watching every single one of my videos, right? Right? Anyways, let's move on before you guys say no. As Bergvall launches it to Rafa Leao, who's been quiet against us always. But will this be the game where he kind of wakes up and starts knocking? He finds Okafor, who finds Reinders, who knocks the ball past everyone and takes a shot, and box-to-box type of gameplay. Excitement in one end, excitement in the other, and they have their own corner. And this is just the 5th minute. Absolutely incredible. It's already more interesting than any other games we've seen so far, but hopefully it will still end with our win. As the cross comes up to nothing, Benacer still finds Eder Militao. He will find Pulisic, who will find the back of the net, and Hudikov could do nothing. And we could do nothing because we apparently don't rate Pulisic, and we're going to give him all the space in the world to score a goal. Well, he's not disappeared on us this time, has he? He has scored a goal. And who was marking him? Who was marking him? I mean, I'm not going to blame Villagra there. I'm going to blame Ait Nouri for forgetting to mark Pulisic. Beautiful pass from Militao, but damn. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to say, Zabarni's making his Livecom debut for you guys, so I hope you're excited. I mean, we're already conceded, which is not perfect. But the fact that Zabarni and Milinkovic are here, that is good. Why didn't I play Foyth? I'm so stupid. Why didn't I play Foyth? I completely forgot, and it might pay off against us. As Zabarni brings down Leao, thankfully not a penalty, as Theo finds himself in lots of space, and he's going to find Milinkovic. And I just realized, why did I not play Juan Foyth? I don't think he was injured. I think I generally just didn't clock it. As Reinders finds himself in lots of space and puts it away, and we are being destroyed by Milan so early on. That's not good. Very, very, very not good. I mean, they just have highlight after highlight after highlight as Bergvall finds Theo Hernandez, who finds Reinders, who has been transfer listed for the past few seasons now, and yet he plays against us all the time. Bergvall finds himself in lots of space, misses the target, And this tactic doesn't seem to work against the big teams. And I guess that's what happens when you toss and turn, because regardless of what we do, we don't have good, control of the play. Obviously, we are pushing up a bit higher, which is nicer to see, and they are seeming to counter a bit more. But at the same time, they have 2 goals and we have none. So I guess I can't really complain. And it's halftime. Do we think about potentially making some changes? Do I take off Nikola Milinkovic already? Or do I take off Martinelli? Probably. I think the best choice is to probably take off someone in the midfield and put Martinelli in a better position. And put Juan Foyth on, who is actually on the bench. I'm such an idiot. Like, this actually happens very rarely. But sometimes I forget players. And I know you might be screaming at me that I forgot to put Foyth in. But yeah, we need to think of something better. I think we need to go a little bit more direct because it's snowing, because it's raining, so we need to do something interesting. Mike Magnan has taken his time on the ball. He plays it down the middle, which is quite dangerous because, we have a lot of players in that midfield, and Dean's shows us why it's dangerous, as he finds himself in some space, finds Milovanovic, who puts my trust in him. He knows that I believe in him. He's shushing the home crowd. Look at that. You gotta love it. And that's his 50th goal for Partizan. The young kid who's come through our academy scores 50 goals for the club at a young age of most likely 18 or 19. That's insane. Beautiful pass from Lachlan Deans. Beautiful finish from Milovanovic. We're back to 2-1, and my changes work. Milinkovic is on the ball, and it's nice to no longer be worried about dumb passes out of the back. No more St. Just. We have amazing players. As Deans runs down the right-hand side again, the Mezzala on attack works, kinda. He's going quite wide. He's going to find Juan Foyth, who's pissed off that I'm not playing him. But he finds Stamenic, and he almost leads to a goal. And that could have been a wonderful way to turn this game around, basically, in, 10 minutes. That's insane. They've actually made a sub, and they've taken off Pulisic, who scored a beautiful goal for them. And oh my god, they still have Tomori. They still have Tomori. They have Timber. They have so many good players. What the hell are they doing with their center backs? They're kind of like us. They're collecting the best center backs in the world. And with that out of the way, we need to make some subs. Popovic has disappeared, so Soldani is going to come on instead. Deans is starting to chug a little bit, so I'm going to switch Stamenic with him. And then put Estevao on the left-hand side. And I think Martinelli is disappointing me, so I'm going to put, controversially, Barco in the midfield and switch Barco with Stamenic. Because Barco can play in the midfield, and he's quite a decent Mezzala, despite the fact that he doesn't really have a good right foot. I think he can do it for us. And do we keep one more sub? I think we do. Nuri will be the next one to go, most likely. But hopefully, we're chasing the game. Hopefully these guys can turn it around. And we're already going very attacking. What more can we do? The answer of what more can we do is score. That's the answer. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take off Tim, who's a bit tired. I said I'm going to take off Tim, who's a bit tired. And I'm going to play a third striker of Sufanat Moyanta. I'm going to switch to a 4-3-3. Hopefully this makes a change. This is just insane now. We need to go fully very direct. We need to hit early crosses. We need to do something. We have so many players up here. We need a goal. We really need a goal. It's 86th minute. Man, 2-1. And the best part is we're actually kind of outplaying them. Our XG is better than them. They had 2 lucky chances and they scored 2 lucky goals. And potentially, it is my fault for not playing Juan Foyth, as an awful pass from Juan Foyth beats Stamenic. Okafor runs to the keeper. And Milinkovic, who has stepped in instead of Foyth, albeit accidentally, has shown us why he is a GOAT that he is. Do I just play Juan Foyth on the right and maybe play, Martinelli in the midfield where he belongs? Does Moyanta pull something? But Estevao doesn't care. Barco doesn't care. Can anyone care? Can anyone save Moyanta? The answer is no, but play goes on as... Did I take off Milovanovic instead of Tim? Today's an awful day. I am making mistakes. I am not having the best of episodes. But Juan Foyth is. He's finding Tim. And it could have been a moment of brilliance for me. Unfortunately, it isn't. We have 4, 3, 2, 1 minutes to go. And we lost this game. Despite the fact that we should have gotten more. And I guess it's all my fault. We've played much better than we did in previous games. And yet it wasn't enough. They were clinical. We were not clinical. We're down by 1 goal, and that means we have to win like 2-1, at least at home. Okay, we're no longer messing around. We're taking on AC Milan, this time at home. This time, I'm not making the same mistake. Foyth is starting at right back. Martinelli is starting as a left center mid. And the team looks absolutely beautiful because I'm also playing Saldania instead of Popovic. Last time Saldania came up clutch against the big sides. Can he do it again? Because it's 2-1 down and I'm not a happy bunny. I want to win. I want to smash Milan because I remember calling them a bogey team. And I think now they are a bogey team. I kept laughing at them and I think they're laughing now. But will they laugh after they face 28 to 30,000 Partizan fans trying to make sure that you lose this game? I think they won't. I think they'll cry instead. I'll be the one laughing now, and hopefully you will be as well. They're playing a very similar side, he says, absolutely lying to you, because Tomori's starting, Chukwueze is starting, Bernal is starting, and Aurisness, whatever the hell his name is starting. So it's a very different side. Our side is slightly different as well, but we believe in our tactic. We believe that playing at home with this attacking formation will work, and we will score at least 3 goals today. And you can quote me on that. So Tim is going to play it out from the back. He finds Martinelli, who's playing every single position. We haven't decided where he lives. Yeah, I bought him as a wing back. He's actually a center mid, and he's playing left center mid now. So I don't know what's going on. But Okafor is going to counter us. And once again, early on, they have a chance as Okafor finds Chukwueze, who is going to find the back of the net. And to progress, we actually need to beat them 3-0 at this rate. Although there is potentially an offside shout. Milinkovic is arguing with himself, I guess, but he's finally reached the referee, so maybe he can convince him that it was an offside. Was he convincing? No, he wasn't, because apparently Okafor and Rafa Leao are a good combination, and finally Chukwueze gets a goal as well against us. Rafa Leao is good. How close was the offside? Are they going to show me the offside? Maybe. I mean, let's see. Oh, it's Mart. I don't know, man. It looked offside to me, and there's also a tactical change because I tried to play a bit faster and it didn't work. It didn't come through. Damn. Well, my prediction for 3 goals is starting to be a little bit untruthful as we're not playing into this game at all, and AC Milan are doing what they did last time, except with more control of the game. Oh my god, how are they 10th in Serie A if this is the way they play? I don't understand what's happening. The boys are not doing good at all whatsoever, which makes me think that they're not comfortable with playing at such a high tempo. So let's drop that down a little bit. And then also maybe start being more expressive. We need to kind of play it out right now. In terms of everything else, Stamenic is this time a player who's not doing good. So I'm going to take him off, put him instead of Martinelli, and put Estevao on the left-hand side because this guy is very, very good. And potentially one of the players of Saldania and Milovanovic will need to drop out as well. But I still have faith in them, at least for now. So I think let's not do anything crazy yet. We can score 2 goals. I believe we can score 2 goals after halftime. But I want 3. And can we get 3? Oh, and Foyth is injured. This game is not the best for me. What does this mean for us? Well, most likely this means that I'm going to put on Sakamoto on the right-hand side, actually, because I think he can do a job there. And we lost Foyth to an injury. Amazing start. Milovanovic is going to take a quick free kick. He's going to find Tim, who's quite tall, and it hits the crossbar, and Bergvall clears it. And we are starting to pile on the pressure. Hopefully, they don't know how to manage that pressure, although neither do we, as Deans loses the ball, but Tim collects it, and Sakamoto will find time on the ball, and he magically teleports it for Martinelli to take a corner. Sure, FM, you do that. Martinelli, can you put in a nice cross in? Lachlan Deans is there. Lachlan Deans hits the post, or Zabarny hits the post. Zabarny hits the post. We hit 2 posts in the past, 3 minutes. This is not going to be our day, is it? This is not going to be our day as Martinelli takes it from this side now. Is he both-footed? I feel like he took it from the other side as well. He finds Okafor, who finds Zabarny, and Zabarny scores a goal, but it's Timber's goal. No, he got stolen. It got stolen. Zabarny's first goal for you guys was stolen by Timber. And Maignan once again is on the receiving end of an unlikely finish and an own goal coming out of nowhere. It didn't touch anyone. That was a beautiful volley from Zabarny. What are you doing? I mean, it's good for me because it saved me some money, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. As we still have another chance as... Oh my god, Ait Nuri finds Estevao, who's in lots of space, who cuts in on his right foot. He's not known for his right foot. And another deflection. And Dusan Milovanovic. I trust in the boy. I told him he believes in the process, and he believes it so well that he scores I can't. I love Milovanovic. It's like sometimes like you get a player in a save and you just vibe with them, and then when you finish the save, you realize they're not a real person, and then you die inside. That happened to me with Stanic last time, but now we have Milovanovic. Insane! It's 2-1. Can we score another goal? We're equalized. It's 3-3. Milinkovic finds a quick ball to Ait Nouri. Can you create something? You've been doing good for me today. You didn't do good last time, but you're doing good today. Lachlan Deans, lots of time on the ball. Can you line up a finish? Guys, if we scored every single freaking corner / post that we hit, it would have been 5-1, and AC Milan would have had no chances against us. But unfortunately, we hit the post 3 times, and we got to see them 3 times. So now when I'll be asked a question, what happens when we hit the post 3 times? The answer is I get a heart attack, as Theo finds himself on the left-hand side, finds Bernal, who finds Chukwueze, who thankfully misses, and it's time for some subs. Martinelli has not been having a good second half of the season, and neither has Tim, unfortunately. So we're going to make some subs. Are we going to make some subs? How good is his penalty taking? 11. How good is Tim's penalty taking? Just in case, we need to think about it. 11. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I might put Vitek instead of Tim because I think they're kind of a similar player. Quite tall, good on the ball. And I think Lachlan Deans with his 9 penalty taking can be afforded to go away. And potentially, the shout will be to put Barco on as well, because Barco is good at penalties. He's our penalty taker. So maybe this will be the chance. I think a lot of our players are doing good, apart from obviously Martinelli. But we'll keep him on for now. That's our 4 subs. Strikers are doing okay. Obviously, I want Saldania to score, but Milovanovic has carried the team so far. I want potentially another one. Does this mean that we are a second half team, that first halves are very bad, and the second halves is where we start playing? I mean, potentially. I guess it's good because I guess it doesn't really matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And we're finishing quite well as Martinelli finds lots of time on the ball, finds Ait Nouri, who finds lots of time on the ball. Can you create something? He runs in, finds Milovanovic, hits someone, and Martinelli and Mike Dunn is showing the whole world why he's a world-class goalkeeper. That's a beautiful save. He recovered from a block, got back up, and made a save. And Martinelli could have fixed his negative rating with a beautiful goal, but he can't put a cross in. Milinkovic gets it. Vitek doesn't get to it. Estevao, bring the ball down, takes a shot, and Estevao! Come on! Yes! Yes! Let's freaking go! Estevao! 3-1. I promised you 3 goals, and I told you, quote me on this. I know, I feel my players, I feel my tactics. Oh my freaking god, Estevao brings the ball down with his left foot. Maignan is so unlucky. There's so many players that are in his way. And it's 3-1. Oh my god. Do we make a final sub? Potentially. Or do we keep trusting Martinelli? No, he's not doing good. I'm going to sub him off and I'm going to bring on Villagra. And I think that should shore up the defense a little bit. We're going to drop down to balance because I don't want to make any stupid mistakes. There's 6 minutes added. Will we go to the next stage? Will we go to the next stage? Will we knock out AC Milan again? And there's a highlight. And Barco, and Estevao, and Estevao, and Estevao, and Saldania! Yes! Saldania is offside. But who cares? 3-1. They don't have any more chances. They're angry at each other. Can we have another? Please. Please. One more goal. 4-1 against Milan. Why am I pissed off? It's 3-1. We won. Beautiful set piece. Estevao almost scored. Saved by the post, and Saldania, as a true poacher, scores. And we managed to beat AC Milan 4-3 on aggregate. Yes, we're in the next stage. Once again, we're in the next stage. Come on, boys. We hit the post 4 times. And finally, look at this. A lot of chances. It's good. We're doing really, really good. I think just from things I remember in the game, what didn't work is that we're not yet comfortable with this, but we are a little bit comfortable with slightly shorter passing, with slightly higher tempo. That works. We're happy to see this, but we are in the next stage. We're in the next freaking stage, and we're in the quarterfinal. We're in the quarterfinal, not semifinal, don't forget. And Estevao came off the bench and performed as a man of the match, and Hudikov is happy because he believed that I was important. I inspired the boys, and we have done it. I told you to basically held me accountable. I said it was going to be 3 goals. I was right, almost had 4, and yet, perfect. We get 8 million to playing in the next stage. That's insane. What's happening in the other teams? I mean, who played today as well? Barcelona knocked out Juventus. City knocked out Atalanta. Ajax is beating Real Madrid. Ooh. And Salzburg is playing PSG, and that's very, very exciting. When is the next game, actually? When is the next game? It should be on Wednesday. You know what? I'm not going to end the episode yet, because I think the draw is going to be 1,000 years later, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be here, so we'll do that draw then. And then, what I'm going to do, I just want to tell you the teams that have actually made it. So give me a second. Somehow, Real Madrid overturned a loss to Ajax 3-1 by beating them 3-0 at their home ground, which is insane. Tottenham, remember how we said we don't remember seeing Tottenham and Villagra is pissed off? Yeah, so Tottenham is actually in the next stage of the Champions League. That's kind of impressive. Juventus had no chance against Barcelona. And obviously, like I said, City didn't have a chance. Well, City did have a chance against Atalanta. And Bayern beat Inter Milan. So we got Bayern, PSG, Partizan, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Barcelona, and City. So we have a lot of good teams to play against. If we get Tottenham, that will probably be the luckiest result we can get. And there's also a certain other London team, which I'm quite happy to see, apart from the fact that Pochettino is still the manager. And they've signed Florian Wirtz. Maybe that's why they're good. Anyways, I don't even know if I should leave you on this page or if I should go here and show you that we are going to be back for the game against. Well, we're going to have the draw, we're going to have the Crvena Zvezda game, and we're going to have the first leg of whoever the hell we're going to be playing, because that game is going to be here. And thankfully this time, we actually get another game in between where we can actually rotate some players. I'm sorry, I just saw something. This has to be, this can't be. Because we have a game on the 1st of April, then we have a game on the 4th of April, and then we have a game against Radnik on the 5th of April. So my hope is that when this day comes through, that this game gets moved. Because if I'm playing 2 games in a row, back to back, that will be insane. I mean, to be fair, we can also have the squad to do this, but that will be awful. Anyways, I will see you guys there for the massive draw that we have. I'm going to see you guys for the Crvena Zvezda game, and I'm going to see you for the first leg of the quarter final, where I have no idea who we're going to play, but I hope it's not going to be PSG again, because I want to have some more interesting things. Because I already played AC Milan. Am I going to play PSG again? Am I just replaying the whole thing from last episode? Maybe I'm not recording. I'm actually just pretending that, and I'm playing different things and cutting out different bits. Although we went to penalties last time. What am I on about? Anyways, I'll see you in that episode. I've gone insane. Hopefully you haven't, and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. Bye, guys.